Hi, everybody. This is Shawn from the Grove Theater. Welcome for joining us for another edition of Conversations from the Grove. Today, I'm very excited because we have Al Braatz speaking with us, who will be a company member this summer, as well as a member of the creative team. But most exciting is Al will be playing Buddy Holly this summer at the Grove. Al, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited for this season. It's going to be a blast.
It really should be. It's full of rock and roll and great music. I think it'll be a ton of fun.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
so first off, you've got a lot of different things going on this summer between the different shows and different instruments and all that. Why don't you just sort of walk us through all the different roles and hats you'll be wearing this summer?
Oh, my goodness. Well, number one, I get to play the incredible Buddy Holly, the iconic Buddy Holly, the one who kind of started it all for so many people, right? He changed the face of rock and roll for a lot of folks. So it's going to be a lot of fun to do that one. It's a very close show to my heart and everything. But I'm also going to be doing the Beatles tribute, which I'll be slapping the bass for that, playing a little bit of Paul McCartney in that one. And supporting and being with his incredible cast. I'll also be doing some numbers in the Legends, the Broadway tribute show, and also in the Canadian tribute show for all of our Canadian legends. For all you people who love Canadiana stuff, it's going to be a blast. All of these tributes and the Buddy Holly story, everything, I'm just so excited. And I'm also fortunate enough to be able to learn from Shawn and to get to learn about some of the directing things. I'm going to be doing some assistant directing on some of these projects. So I'm really looking forward to being heavily involved in the Grove season this summer. So thank you so much for having me. I can't wait to rock and roll and jam.
We're thrilled to have you. Yeah, you've got a lot going on, and you'll be busy, but it should be a ton of fun. There should be a lot of great material to work on. My first question, and something I'd love to just hear you talk about a little bit, is as a professional actor and as a musician, because you are both. I'm curious, sort of what your background is, where that comes from. Also, sort of like if there's one that's more important to you, how often the two worlds collide, like in something like Buddy. It's exciting to have somebody that's got so many different skills. So just really curious to hear about your background.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so excited to be able to utilize them, and that I had such a supportive family and group of friends that have always, pushed me in the directions that I've really wanted to go into. So that's number one. I'm very lucky in my family and friends, and the love that I've had around me. But I've always kind of been an entertainer. There's a video of me when I was 2 years old. Strumming on a little toy guitar and singing all the words to Feed Jake, that country tune. So I've always kind of wanted to make people smile and, forget about their troubles for a little while. And yeah, anything arts related, anything performance related, I put my full body into it. Ask my math teachers. They'll tell you that I'll come in singing a song, but numbers anyways. uh but I then went off to Sheridan College, and when I found out that this could all be a career, I thought, oh my gosh, well, let's go for this then. Let's see what we can do. It was either going to be theater or the military, and I got into this school, and so I thought, well, let's do some theater, let's see what can happen. And then I
That's
was very fortunate enough to get to go over to Scotland and do a program out there. And I ended up working in the UK for a time and came back to Canada. And I've been go, go, go ever since, just trying to, build up all of this stuff and meet some incredible people along the way and get to perform some incredible pieces as well. So I've been very lucky and very fortunate to get to be doing this as a thing.
it's incredible. Yeah, it's such I think it's such a gift to be able to work on live performance. So the combination of music and theater, I think you can't go wrong with. It's really exciting.
Mm.
So with Buddy, Buddy is a show that you are familiar with, that you've done before, you've done multiple times, and I know you've played multiple roles in the show as well. So I'm curious what it's like to be coming back to it. I think it's always, as an actor, it's always exciting to revisit a role that you've tackled before, especially some of the big ones that sometimes you feel lucky to have done once, but to come back and explore it, already having a full production under your belt, it's unique. So I'm curious, sort of what your past is with the show, and what your thoughts are going into it again.
Yeah, this show and me is like an old friend. You know those friends where you can be away from them for so long and then you get together one day and it's just like everything clicks and you just keep on keeping on. That's how I feel about the Buddy Holly story. I've done quite a few productions. I did my first one in 2016, and I've played different roles in different productions. I did like a concert tribute of Buddy Holly as well, which was a lot of fun. And yeah, I've played Buddy Holly out in Regina. I've played Joby Maudlin in a bunch of different productions as well. And yeah, I'm excited to jump back into the Buddy role here. You know, and he's the music is timeless. It's so joyous. I mean, an 18-month career out of this guy, and he changed rock and roll forever. You know, he's a trendsetter and a pioneer in the world of music, and inspired so many artists. You know, sometimes I imagine what could have been had he lived on. You know, what sort of music would we have today? uh, so I'm just so excited to be getting to share in this iconic role once again. Anytime I can, I want to be able to do it, you know.
Yeah, it's really it's a lot. I mean, it's so much music. It's such an exciting story. The fact that he put out so much incredible music in such a short amount of time, you can't help but wonder what would have happened if he would have had just a little bit more time and how much he would have put out there. So it's pretty astonishing.
Yeah.
It's an incredible collection of music. Um, I'm curious, as we're getting closer to the season sort of getting started and everybody's showing up in town to rehearse, is there anything in particular that you're most looking excited that you're looking forward to, more than anything else?
Oh my gosh, yeah. All the talented people that I get to play with every single night. Like that's the wonderful thing about this industry is the people. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? It's about the community around us and everything. And yeah, I'm just so excited by all of the names that I've seen on the list. I can't wait. I can't wait to get to play with everyone and make some awesome music, you know. So coming out, don those dancing duds and let's rave on, you know. Let's keep on going.
Yeah, it's really a fantastic company. We've got a company of 13 actors, and most are musicians as well, and incredible vocalists. So it should be a fantastic company to be working all this music on. As someone who knows this music and has done this show before, is there anything in particular that you think audiences can look forward to that might be a little different than your typical theater going experience?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, a whole lot of excitement, a whole lot of wonder, and a whole lot of joy. I mean, Buddy Holly just wanted to make the people dance, and that's what we want to do too. So, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So come on out and get up on those chairs, or well, I don't know if I can say that, but just have some fun. We're gonna have some fun and make it a really good time. But I think this particular show takes the audience on such an emotional roller coaster in such a beautiful way. It's a hero's journey. There's this wonderful uplifting moment. He goes through his trials and tribulations and he comes out the other side, and then the tragedy strikes. It's a hard one to swallow, really. Like I still get a little choked up when I think about what happened. But the timeless music, the change that he created, everything that happened because of him. It's exactly why I keep on doing it and keep on wanting to do it.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's such an inspiration to so many people, so many musicians and artists. Yeah, I've been a fan for a while. I'm excited to spend the summer hearing the music again. So it should be, yeah, it should be tons of fun.
Yeah.
There's a ton of music this summer between Buddy and between Canadian music legends and the Broadway show and the Beatles. I'm sure you've got a handful that you're looking forward to, and it might change from day to day. But I'm just curious, like today, right now, is there a song in particular that you're really excited to be working on?
Oh gosh. I mean, all the Buddy Holly tunes are awesome. All honestly, the set lists that have been picked for the audience at the Grove this summer is incredible. It is so eclectic. There's all kinds all over the place. Anybody who likes any sort of music is gonna be fine to sit and enjoy because every base is covered. It's awesome. One song that I'm really excited to be jumping into is Closer to the Heart by Rush. I'm pumped to throw down some Geddy Lee vocals on that. And you know, I think one of my favorite Buddy Holly tunes is "It Doesn't Matter Anymore." I just love how upbeat the whole thing is, and yet you listen to the lyrics, and it's one of the saddest things you could ever hear. But there's such a wonderful juxtaposition there of the understanding of moving on and the joy of moving on and things like that. It's really wonderful. Yeah, but I think my favorite Buddy Holly song to perform is "Not Fade Away," and I think you should come and see why.
Yeah, it's really the show is it's incredible. There's such a journey throughout it, and the story is amazing. But it really does have the audience up dancing at the end. It's a big concert and celebration of this music at the end of the show. And I did it a couple of years ago, a different production. I just never got tired of hearing the end concert and song after song, and you're like, oh, this one, and then this one. It's a real incredible collection of music.
Oh yeah, and knowing some of the people, we're gonna bring the energy. You know, it's gonna be awesome.
It's a great company. So now I would like to jump into sort of this rapid fire favorites section that we have, where I'm just kind of sort of throw out some questions, and we'll kind of go through them quickly. It's just kind of a fun sort of get to know you party game sort of introduction. So
Love it.
no, you know. And of course, you know, favorites change, and it might just be who's inspiring you at the moment, but maybe just the first thing that comes to mind. So here we are with our first rapid fire favorites with Al Braatz. Favorite band,
Oh, Buddy Holly and the Crickets.
favorite solo artist,
Childish Gambino.
favorite movie,
Lord of the Rings.
favorite actor,
I gotta go with Canadian Jim Carrey.
favorite book,
The Science of Storytelling, I'm enjoying.
favorite author,
Tolkien.
favorite place to travel to or to visit,
Any place warm with a nice body of water next to it. Don't care what. Could be a creek or an ocean.
favorite after show ritual.
I love the debrief with the cast. That's my favorite thing. Sometimes we'll put on robes and just sit in the dressing room and chat about what happened on stage.
Favorite mode of transportation.
Train
Favorite past project.
with the guinea pig club.
And favorite fantasy project.
A fantasy project for me would be one of my own devising. I would love to create something, and I have a lot of things in the brain, and so we'll see what comes, but yeah, something that I create, I'd love to see that.
That's great. That's fantastic. Thank you for jumping into that. Thank you for joining us. This was absolutely fantastic. For anybody who has not, you haven't picked up your tickets, you can get single tickets or subscription packages at grovetheatre.ca. Make sure you come and check out Buddy Holly, the Buddy Holly story, or Canadian Music Legends, the tribute to the Beatles, or Best of Broadway. And we've got some fantastic guest artists this summer. I'm really looking forward to having Big Sugar and Stephen Page return and Jim Cuddy. And we've also got Ron James and Julian Taylor and Logan Statz will be performing a real intimate sort of songs and story show in September, where it'll be the two of them on stage performing each other's music and talking about sort of the writing process and what the songs mean to them. It should be a very intimate, very cool show at the Grove. So you'll want to come and check that out. Thank you, Al Braatz, and we're excited to have you in Fenelon Falls in just about a month. So when rehearsals kick off, thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Thanks so much.